This video will contain spoilers. I'm a little late doing this. I mentioned I don't want to do the individual reviews, but it's kind of different this time in the sense that any other time I'm late, usually what happens is that either I forget or when I remember in a place and time where I can't do a review, such as I'm going to bed or I'm in the cinema. In this case, I didn't remember a single fucking time. But anyway, Fallout. Uh, I'm going to put Fallout 24 in the title of the video. Universally positive ratings. Prime Original. I watched it on Prime. Ella Purnell, Walton Goggins, Zach Cherry, Cal McLaughlin, Sir Reed Chowdhury, Johnny Pemberton. Also, Fred Armisen had an appearance in episode 7. Yeah, my history of the show was kind of complicated because the show would come out, and one of my friends at the time was like really into Fallout, just Fallout 4. So I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to watch the show with him. But then we didn't end up watching the show, and then I heard someone else was interested in watching the show, so I thought, okay, I'll watch it with him then. And then he watched it without me. I had it downloaded on my iPad from when it aired to now, and I just didn't touch it. And the show aired like almost a year ago. Like I'm pretty sure. What's today's date? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a year ago exactly. Let me just check. Yep, 1 year ago exactly. That's just a coincidence. The reason why I'm watching it now, in particular, is because there was an iPad, or there was an update for my iPad, and I didn't have enough space for it. Um, like what I've been watching since the year started, since like, well, you know what I don't know why I'm trying to explain in further detail. You know what I mean? Since the year started, um, I haven't been watching anything old really. It's all been new stuff. So, there was Severance. I was watching that as it aired. Then there was, excuse me, Reacher. Then Daredevil. Then White Lotus. Sorry about that. So also I realized that I said I haven't been watching anything old when I was literally watching 50-year-old movies. Um, But the reason why I was watching those now in particular is also because of the storage issue. Because, you know, before Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes came out, Ginger said to me and Binman, do you want to watch Rise, Dawn, and War? And we said yes. And then I thought, right, I also kind of want to watch all the others before it comes out. Um, Even if there is fuck all connection, I still want to do that because I'm a sort of completionist when it comes to media franchises. Um, So I downloaded the original and I downloaded the reboot, the one from 2001, because I thought if I don't like the original, I'm not gonna watch the sequels to the original. I'm just gonna skip on to the reboot. But I did like it, so the original just sat there because I did want to watch the sequels before I got to the reboot, and then as I learned later on the shows. So that's why I was watching Beneath, Escape, Conquest, Battle, and Return. So the only reason why I haven't put more focus onto Return is because episode 4 was copyrighted, as I said in the review for that. But I did that on Sunday, and then I think it was on Monday I finished season 3 of The White Lotus, and I was thinking to myself, Walton Goggins was in that, he was in Fallout, he was invincible, and I was thinking, There's only 3 shows that I've downloaded off of Prime recently, and it was Invincible, Fallout, and Reacher. And I'd caught up on Reacher. Me, Dylan, and Ginger had finally caught up on Invincible, so I figured it's another Walton Goggins show, it's another Prime thing, I might as well get it done. It's been sitting there for literally 1 year, so I might as well. So I watched the first episode, and I thought, okay, yes, this is actually the start of the review now. Fucking nearly 6 minutes into it. I can't get into the games because I don't like those sort of RPG things where, because it's a sci-fi, they can make like literally anything. Like if the game were fantasy, they'd be sort of limited because there's not really a lot of fantasy things out there that like make up their own species, if you know what I mean. But before they create a bunch of different shit. um Also just said this where the review starts when I still have yet to start the review. But yeah, that as a game, I can't play it. It just bugs me. No pun intended. But for a show, I think I'll be fine. And it was fine. Like that axolotl looking thing from episode 4, I think it was. No problem. Big cockroaches, like it made me itchy, but uh, I I could still watch it. No problem. So I watched episode 1. I thought, yeah, it was good. And I started a bit of episode 2, and I thought, like, maybe I'll watch like one a day or something like that. Just when I'm getting bored of playing Ishin, because I'll go into more detail about this when I do the middle review, but there are some things in Ishin that are just, it's so fucking repetitive and it's so unnecessary that they should have not done that. But it used to be that when I was getting like I wanted to take a break from a game, just like I would say 5 minutes, but it's always longer than 5 minutes. I would just go on YouTube and look at meme compilations, and I'm not really getting anything done. I don't like not getting anything done. So I thought, yeah, I'll just watch Fallout instead. But then I don't know what happened. It's not that it's like it's a really really good show, because it is a good show. It's just not that. It's not on that level that like I'm binging it. Somehow in like 3 days, 4 days, 5 at most, I've seen 7.5 fucking episodes. Like I, I don't know what happened, because I was watching it, in between Ishin sessions. I watched it like the one time I've been a passenger in a car this week, and it was only going from where I live to like, I don't know, like a 20-minute drive away. Excuse me. So yeah, that's 20 and then 20 back. It's like 40 minutes. That's one full episode. Okay, I get that. Uh, and then I play it in the morning. Like I'll have it picture in picture while I play Clash of Clans in Moon Beach. Just collect all the stuff from like the elixir, dark elixir, gold. If there's anything that needs built, build it. If we don't have enough, go raid. All that. But how the fuck is that like equivalent to 7.5 episodes? I don't understand. There's not much else I can say in terms of an actual review other than, as great as episode 8 is, like the fact that everything is tied together the way that it is fucking amazing. But As I said, I'm not a Fallout fan, but I know for certain that Fallout was never a parody of capitalism. It was never a critique or anything like that. But and I knew that the show, that's what the intention of the show was, but I didn't expect it to go as far as it does in episode 8, because you have Faltech outright saying, yeah, let's nuke our own country for profit. And it makes capitalists seem like fucking cultists. I'm tired of all these fucking parodies of capitalism where it they just make it seem like the capitalism only exists for evil. Capitalism is the best system that we have right now. Like, the only two systems we have are capitalism and communism. And as flawed as capitalism is, it is so much better than communism. So, like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't parody it. Like, yeah, it's flawed. Let's point out those flaws. But to go to this fucking, like, measure is stupid. Death of a Unicorn. Universally negative ratings. I watched it in cinema. Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter, Paul Rudd, Ted Leone. I did not know that was Jessica Hines and Richard E. Grant. Oh my god, it's an A24 film with universally negative ratings? No way. That's one to get off my chest, and also something else I want to get off my chest is unrelated, other than the fact that it's an A24 film, I think, is that film Warfare. I seen the trailer for it, and I thought, god damn, that looks good. That looks like it could be the best war film since, like, I don't know, American Sniper. And it said that it was actually directed by an Iraq War veteran. I thought, okay, god damn. And then it said, and Civil War director Alex Garland. I remember that when Civil War was coming out, no one really talked about it. Um, like, it was just something that no one really noticed, I guess, other than there was one, like, political page that was talking about going, is this just some average action film? Which these right wingers are not cinephiles. Like, I swear I must be the only right wing cinephile, because I actually know what I'm talking about. Given the fact that it's an A24 movie, no, it's not an action film. Um, but I did kind of fault the dark side on that one, because in the trailer for it, you have Jesse Plemons' character saying, oh, who are you, to the Latino guy, I think he is. And he's like, oh, I'm American. And it's like, okay, what kind of American are you? And if I haven't seen the film, I don't want to see the film. And I kind of have a rule where I don't talk shit and I don't presume about something before I've seen it. But what I mean by I fell to the dark side, and I don't mean to, like, sound like it's fucking Star Wars, it's just I couldn't think of anything else to say. But what I mean by that is I assumed, and I talk shit about it, like, I just assumed, oh, Alex Garland hates white people. All these white people in the age of Trump, even though this was, made, filmed, and released in the era of Biden. In the era of Trump, all these white people, literally every single one of them supports Trump, and literally every single one of them is racist and wants to kill non-white people. So I kind of have a thing against Alex Garland, even now, when I know that I did that and that it's wrong and that I need to fucking stop. So I did kind of like say to my dad because he also wanted to see Warfare. I was like, we can't see that. It's made by a racist. Um, but I am kind of getting over that. I do really want to see Warfare, and it could be like a really good film without a political message. If it weren't for the fact that Alex Garland said that he promises that the film does not there is no agenda with the film. If you have to come out and say that, it means there probably is an agenda. Now it could be that the agenda is just the war is bad, which no shit. But it I just can't help but feel like it probably is something to do with America or white people are both. But anyway, going on to Death of the Unicorn. Actually, not going on Death of the Unicorn. I might have said this before in another A24 review, but I feel like the majority of people who make A24 films, they make the film with no intent. They just want to make a good film, and that's it. But A24 are the ones who they decide they want to make these films because they see something political in it. Same way that I see something political in things that aren't political. Like, with the example of Death of the Unicorn, it's don't fuck with nature. Which, that's fine. Okay, that's agreeable. But then, kind of also seems like fuck capitalism, which fuck you. Like just simple as that. But now actually getting onto the review, I was like the trailer for it said that it was like a sort of actually Jurassic Park on drugs, and I went into it hoping for that, but it just doesn't. Um, like it's a funny movie, but it's not. It doesn't have the excitement that a tag well not a tagline, but like going into expecting Jurassic Park on drugs, you will be disappointed. So you ever said that? Fuck you as well. Um, like the film is kind of funny, but I feel like the majority of the jokes basically are just at the expense of capitalism. Um, and like watching Folly, and watching Severance. As much as I love Severance, like I will praise that show to fucking hell and back. But the whole thing, like the point behind it, is stupid. And like all these amazing shows are just it's all just parodies of capitalism. It's getting tiring. Um, so if you're a fucking filthy communist, you will love this film because the whole joke is, oh these guys are so stupid because they're capitalists and they're rich. There are some funny moments, but there aren't really all that many like laugh out loud moments. Um, like it's I would give it like a somewhere between a 7 and a 7.5. Like I feel like a 7.5 is too high and a 7 exactly is too low. So like a 7.2, I would say maybe.